Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to get some detail back if you have a displacement map and the same UVs. We're going to use this demo head as a little example here, and the demo guy here has no UVs. So if we come down to the displacement map and just try applying some kind of alpha to it and turn it on, alright, it's trying to say the displacement map requires UVs. Okay, the guy does not have any UVs, so we're going to turn this back off. And another thing is, remember, we're not going to be working on the eyes, we're actually going to be working on the head here. And I want you to look at how many points we have. We have around 57,000. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Z plugin and we're going to come down to the UV master, and typically we'd work on a clone to speed things up. All I'm going to do is unwrap this, and it's going to create some UVs for me. And I'm getting a little error that I need to go to lowest subdivision level, and we're going to switch that over here. Just in case you was wondering, I went ahead and jumped the gun there, so it's telling me to go to lowest subdivision level. So let's do this again and unwrap it. Alright, at this point in time I'm going to go back up here, and I want to copy these UVs from this one here. We're going to leave this at the lowest subdivision level, and what we're going to do is create a displacement map, and you got to be at the lowest subdivision level, so we're going to create one here. Now this is the displacement map for this character. Alright, this is how this applies to the UVs on here. Basically this is the same thing as what would be called a grayscale image, which would be in the alpha, but we don't have nothing over here. So let's go ahead and clone this, and we're just going to kind of hypothetically imagine that we had imported this texture through the alpha and import. Alright, just in case for some reason that you lost your high detail and you want to know how to get it back from a displacement map, if that makes sense. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn that off and turn that off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the UVs by making this polymesh 3D. What's going to happen is it's going to kill the UVs. It's going to remove the subdivision levels, and it's going to remove the eyes. Alright, so this is going to be my one that is kind of a destructive one. Alright, let's say this was my bad one, and I want to get the detail back out of it. But I have no subdivision levels, but when I subdivide it, it gets really smooth, and you can see the points here. Let's going to crank this up around 57,000 points. Alright, close enough, but look, really smooth and no detail. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. Now when I select the displacement map, it's going to give me error, and I'm going to show you how to fix that when you get this error. So we're going to come up here, and you can see I subdivided it pretty much the same active points as the original one when I started making a displacement map. And we're going to use this one here. We're going to pretend this one was imported, but when I turn this on, I'll get an error. Displacement map requires UVs. Apply UVs and try again. Okay, so we're gonna set this down to the lowest subdivision level. Go to Z plugin. Remember, we copied the first one. We're gonna paste the UVs here, and I'm gonna crank this back up, and we're gonna turn that back on. Now we got a second error. Displacement map requires a texture map. So if you run into this problem, what it's asking you is to come up here to texture map and create a new one. So we're just going to create a new one, and when I did that, the texture map came on and the displacement map came on, and you can see the detail came back. Now if I turn this off, here's the original smooth one, and we'll turn it back on. Now we can do any kind of adjustments here for the displacement intensity if we want to get some really strong detail in the face, but this looks like the original one, and I want to keep that detail because here's my destructive one here, and I want to apply it here. So we'll turn displacement back on, and we're going to come down here and press apply displacement map. And when we did this, the displacement turned off. We can just go ahead and turn all this off. For the texture map, we can go ahead and turn all this off. And we got all our detail back, and we can move our subdivision levels back and forth. Anyway, I hope that helped you out, and looks pretty good here.